I feel trapped. I am unable to use any of my limbs. My long dark hair blocks my vision as I attempt to blow it out of the way to see a clear picture of my environment. Every now and then, I get a glimpse of what is around me. I do not make out much, but I am starting to get some sight of my surroundings. All I understand is that I am in an eerie dark room, faintly lightened by an old shade of green. I don't understand how or why I have gotten here, but at the same time, I feel I was supposed to be here. I am clamped around my legs, wrists, and neck. I do not know how long I have been out either, nor do I know how long I have simply been here. Every now and then, as I attempt to shake my body free from this odd grip that is holding me still, I feel a scratchy texture at my right arm. I get the idea to whip my head left and then immediately turn right to remove this damned hair from my face. So I did. The faint, eerie lighting. My eyes have not adapted yet, but I just make out a dark room. No doors, simply an empty room with scattered pages all over the floor. Underneath my body, I feel a weird, wet, dry texture. I realize it is blood as I see blood to my side from my peripheral vision. I know it's not mine, but I also know that it can't be too old. I yelp out for help, but no success. No one can hear me, or so I thought. I yell again, thrusting my upper body upwards, and as I come back down, I feel that damn texture again. I get frustrated and I try to shift it into my sight. At first, I had no idea what it was, and then I realized, sandpaper. I began to think, what the hell am I supposed to do with a sheet of sandpaper? I have an idea that I am afraid to attempt, but I decide to try it. I start to shift the sheet to my right wrist, one of the points that I am clamped in, and I began to rub the clamps with the sandpaper. The sandpaper is now rubbing against the metal, quickly turning itself into grinding, and that grinding is also making the sandpaper grind against my skin, then my flesh. I then channel that hellish pain into aggression, only powering the grinding harder and harder. I feel the restraint becoming weak, and the blinding pain from my wrist is starting to calm me down. I begin to shift the sandpaper to my other wrist in hope of success there, and I get it to the clamped wrist. I began grinding with the pain again, once again channeling the pain into aggression. It is working, but not completely. My wrists are now burning and I am too weak to break the chains with the power of strength. I tilt my head upwards and scream in misery. I see something though, a pendulum. By now I am starting to panic, and that pendulum does not seem to be moving anywhere anytime soon. I close my eyes. I hope to just die of starvation. Suddenly, I am awoken. The side of my body that is feeling a type of pain that I wasn't before, like little mouths ripping me apart. I suppose it was true. I look down to see a filthy rat. It looks like he has friends too. My first view was, well, looks like I'm going to die as dinner. After that I thought that since they are ripping off flesh, then eating it, I can make them rip off my flesh and make them nibble through the metal. As I realize I have made it weak enough. Genius. I put my plan into action. I try to nudge the little pests up to my neck, where I plan to make them cut through that so I can get better views. I may have to wait through excruciating pain, but I will get myself freedom. The rats are almost there. As I thrust my head upwards, knocking back some of the rats and forcing them to move to somewhere else, coincidentally up to my wrist. The force of my head broke my neck free and teared the metal's final bits. I open my jaw to feel around my neck. I can feel the raw flesh torn open by the rats. I have never felt like this before. This is outrageous. I must deal with it for my own life though. I'm thinking so hard I forgot about the pain at my wrists. I start really feeling it as the rats start nibbling away at my already torn wrists. This should go by a lot faster as I've already weakened the metal quite a bit. I look back at the pendulum. It's actually swinging. How? It was not moving an inch before. I look further and find a painting facing down at me. It was of a man with long hair and a bone-chilling evil grin. I hated it so much, I could not stand to look at it. Then I stop. This is driving my sanity out of control. I should just stay focused on escaping, still confused on it because I remember there are no doors. I use my neck now, looking around. Oh, it feels so good to use it again. Still no doors though. No roof, no floor hatches. I'm totally closed in with this device of torture that is in the picture. The pendulum seems to be speeding up now. Holy crap, What the hell am I supposed to do? My life depends on these rats to break me free. Hurry up. Eat. 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 I'm screaming upwards in the pain. I can now start to see the bone. Then I saw something that drained the life out of me. The picture blinked. I swear to God it blinked. And then the crook smile. It grew. I'm now staring into it. Forget the pain. Forget the pendulum. What is that picture? I now see more of the picture. That demonic smile. The clothes he's wearing seems to be stitched onto his skin as well as in the corners of his mouth. The grin is it's undescriptive. Simply staring at it could shove a man into suicide. Then I snap to reality. The clamps are now simple weak bits. The pendulum is near. I am on the edge of freedom. I thrust my wrecked arms upwards through the metal and they are out. I'm free. I cannot sit up as the pendulum is too near to sit up or I would get sliced at my head and my upper body. So I tried to roll out of the contraption, but I cannot move still. What is wrong? Why cannot leave? My legs, they are stuck, but the wraps are now fleeting on my chest and body area. There's no way I can shove them down there without death. I realize I am dead. It's all over. I get a moment of peace. It was very good. I see visions of my kids, my wife, and all of us posing in front of the house when we first got it, and then I look closer, in the window. Is that man smiling at the camera? Like I was supposed to notice it now? I cut my visions back to reality. I look at the picture, still facing downwards at me, and I say, "Go to hell, bitch." Now, I see it clearly. It blinked and its smile grew bigger, yet creepier. It still does not talk as it stares straight into my eyes. I look away, but the visions are still in my head. Then I look at the pendulum, then the man, and I begin to count. 1. The pendulum is almost at my bare skin. 2. The picture is not fake at all. I look the man dead in the eyes and smile the greatest smile I've ever had. 3. See you in hell, asshole.